In this video, we're going to be discussing a few signs that your ex is afraid of intimacy. But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be something or someone that you are not, because you, of course, deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me and you want to help this channel out, please hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and please subscribe to the channel down below. Also, we are going to be talking about navigating through your ex's emotional world in this video. If that is something that you do want to learn more about, we do have our course called the Ex Solution Program. You can find it right down below this video. Check it out. If it's right for you, you're more than welcome to sign up. If it's not right for you, that's totally okay too. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, your ex, they have their own stuff, don't they? They have their own issues that they're going through, and they just quite don't see things the same way that you do. But do they actually have a fear of intimacy? This can be something interesting to talk about. You see, a fear of intimacy is in many cases, in many ways, a form of emotional unavailability. And so let's go ahead and look at this. Let's go ahead and talk about all of this. By the way, if you do want to learn more about emotional unavailability, we do have a video playlist on the topic of emotional unavailability right up there. Feel free to check it out if you want to. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So, the first way you can tell, the first sign that your ex is afraid of intimacy is if they don't talk about their own feelings. They might talk about other things out there. They might talk about news. They might talk about sports. They might talk about TV shows or movies or what someone said or did or whatever. But if they have a hard time talking about their own feelings, their own emotions, their own experiences in a meaningful sort of way, then that definitely could imply a fear of intimacy. Obviously, if they're not going to open up and share how they feel, that implies that there's a part of them that either is unaware of how they feel, which is something to think about, or some part of them that doesn't feel comfortable opening up and sharing how they feel, because that, of course, is kind of a form of intimacy, and they might be afraid of being open and vulnerable and sharing that sort of transparency and then vulnerability with you. The second sign that your ex is afraid of intimacy is if they don't have a lot of relationship history. Now, obviously, if you're a younger person, or if your ex is a younger person, they might not have a lot of relationship history anyway, so, not going to hold that over them. But if they're an older person, 30s, 40s or above, and they've never been in a relationship, or they have only been in like a short relationship or two or something, that just shows that there's probably something going on there. We don't necessarily know what it is without having some more info, but it could be that they're afraid of actually opening up and being intimate emotionally with someone else. Obviously, a good functioning relationship does require emotional intimacy. It requires the people in the relationship to open up and share their feelings and all of that. I mean, otherwise, why be in a relationship? I mean, I guess there's the physical reasons, but, there's other ways you can get those needs met, if you know what I mean. If your ex really wants to have a relationship, they're going to need to have some sort of intimacy. I mean, obviously they were in a relationship with you, so there's that. But if you look back at their prior history, were they in relationships before? Were those relationships significant? Were they short little flings? Were they just like long gaps of being single? These are some things to look for to see if your ex is afraid of intimacy. The third thing that your ex might do if they're afraid of intimacy is they always seem to keep themselves busy or distracted. They might just have a busy, hectic life. They might just have a lot of things going on. Most of the time, these are things that are of our own creation. Whether that is, always being busy with work or chores or something like that. Sure, some people just have really crazy, stressful jobs, but let's be honest, a lot of us have intentionally chosen the careers that we have gone into. Anyone could easily just go get a non-stressful career, right? But, if your ex is intentionally choosing a very high-stress career that requires a lot of stuff of them, a lot of their energy, then that could definitely imply a certain fear of intimacy, and that they are looking for things to keep them preoccupied, keep them them busy. It's not just work too. It could be other things as well too, like personal dramas or things that are always happening superficially around them in their life, hobbies, things like that. These are things that allow them to focus their attention, focus their emotional energy on something outside of them, and they also allow them to kind of like deflect any of that curiosity about them onto something else, like oh, I'm sorry, I just don't have time to deal with this because of this drama over here in my friend group, or this drama over here with my family, or this drama at work, or whatever. That is definitely something that an emotionally or someone who has intimacy issues might do. I'm not saying this is necessarily true with your ex, because again, these are sometimes things that are out of our control. We can't always choose our family, or we can't always choose other circumstances in our lives. And so if there is just sort of this dramatic kind of stuff going on, maybe it's outside of their control. But many times we do have more control than we realize, because we can always choose how we're going to respond to these dramatic things that show up in our lives. The fourth sign that your ex is afraid of intimacy is that they have a tendency to, push people away, especially when things get tough, especially when they start to get too close. They tend to, push people away. This, of course, is like a really super classic way that someone, tries to create that emotional distance, is by creating the physical distance. And so if your ex is, pushing people away, maybe you, potentially you, although granted, if they were your ex, they might be just pushing you away because of issues related to the relationship. But, if they were pushing you away when you were in a relationship together, or if they were pushing you away when for no real good reason, then yeah, they might just have a fear of intimacy. True. And the fifth sign is that your ex in the past has picked unhealthy partners, except for you, right? Except for you. No, I mean, generally, a lot of the people that I work with are really cool people. I'm just kind of being a little bit of a jokester there. But if you look back at their history, if they do have past relationship history, and you look at their history, it's like, oh yeah, my previous partner, was a narcissist. My previous partner before that had this thing that was going on, or whatever. And you just look at their previous history, and they have a habit of picking unhealthy partners. That also is a sign that maybe they have emotional intimacy issues, because again, this allows a lot of the spotlight to be taken off of them and to be put on this dramatic partner, this dramatic situation. And so that also is a sign of emotional intimacy issues. So once again, if that is something that you are trying to navigate through with your ex, again, not all of these things are like, yes, it's always 100% emotional intimacy issues. Again, there could be all sorts of reasons why someone might, have like drama in their life. Some of it is of their own choosing. Some of it is just circumstance that's foisted upon them. So don't just think all of these as like blanket statements. But if you do need some help navigating your ex's emotional world and connecting with them emotionally to see if they have the capacity for that, then our course, the X Solution program, could definitely be a very valuable tool to have in your toolbox. You can learn more about the X Solution program right down below. If it seems like a good fit for you, feel free to check it out. Feel free to sign up for it. If it's not right for you, that's totally okay. But if you did like this video, if you do like the videos that we do on this channel, please help us out with this channel by hitting that thumbs up button and by subscribing to this channel right down below as well too. But thank you so much. If you do want to learn more about what your ex is thinking, then please feel free to check out this video playlist on what your ex is thinking. Or if you want to find out more about this video right here, it could be a good video for you to check out as well too. Anyway, please take care. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next time.